So, Cressida, we will kick off with The Guardian.
OK, senior Democrats throw weight behind Harris to take on Trump. So she's got lots of support. I mean, I've been at GBNews all day listening to a variety of opinions, so I know there's a lot of people who aren't supporting her. But Nancy Pelosi is behind her. She was one of the people that most wanted Biden out. So she's got what she wants. So it's looking like she might do it. She's got lots of...
might smoothly sail through.
She might. I mean, she's... That's what it looks like. That's what's going to happen. She's got a lot of support from celebrities as well. There's already lots of... Katy Perry's, big political voice. She's supporting her.
Has Paloma Faith expressed...
Oh, probably. I mean, I don't know. That's
Kerry Katona is coming for Trump, though. I'm not joking. I don't know if she's going to rip a T-shirt off at the convention.
Pelosi has genuinely been one of the ones they think behind the scenes who's been urging him to leave. I read something today which is from the Wall Street Journal. It was just a screenshot. The opening of the whole story was recounted an incident which took place in 2021, in October 21. And I get slightly confused with the different sort of departments and venues and so on in Washington. Well, exactly. But apparently Biden was trying to persuade the Democrats to sign off on $1 trillion infrastructure bill. And he was so unable to explain it in his own language that she waited until he left and then went, right, listen, this is what he was trying to say. And from that moment on, he has not spoken in that environment. He has not spoken to that. This is like a select committee or whatever that they have.
And who knows if he's actually still alive? He hasn't been seen in days, and and some Republicans have asked for literally proof of life. And he's just given what they call it, an appearance at some sort of staff or Democrat Congress thing. But it was over the phone, and those can easily be faked. You can get an Indian scammer to fake one of those. I've had those calls.
I mean, you have to say they are doing everything they can to create the environment rich with the opportunity for conspiracy to grow in. This seems to be like the signature kind of characteristic of American politics in the last few weeks, right? They did this with the shooting. There was just so much that could have been sort of cleaned up, could have been made available and transparent. But no, they don't. They like almost to kind of create this...
well, they could have sorted this out months ago, because it's a really weird...
And they certainly could have just had Biden live on camera saying, I resign. It is with great regret that I have come to recognise that, but no, it's a tweet. You know what I mean?
No press conference, but totally
a screenshot.
A screenshot of a letter.
So, nothing. And who knows? It's obviously him. It's not a letter that he wrote.
No.
It's so it's the people around it. But I know, like who was it? The Soviet leader Brezhnev, was it? Who was basically senile and completely incompetent in his last few years. But the structure, the apparatus around him, kept it going. And I think it's the same here.
That word Kremlinology, which is what they used to describe the science of trying to read the runes of what was really going on behind the walls, is now very, very much the skill set that you need to understand American politics. How did we get here?
It's interesting that Obama hasn't come out and backed Kamala yet. So maybe Big Mike's going to be ripping the T-shirt off at the Democrat conference, busting the guns out. Hulk Hogan's
Michelle Obama.
How do I get shoulders like that?
Who is a completely different candidate who have this Big Mike that you're talking about. Michelle Obama is currently the second favourite after this is extraordinary.
In the Olympics?
No, but to be the candidate, I mean, Kamala is now 2-1. I'm feeling guilty because I had mates who had Gavin Newsom from a year ago, and he'd come in from 50-1 to 8-1, and I was saying I'd hold on to that. That's looking good. Well, he's gone. Things happen very fast.
But I don't fancy her chances against Harris's chances against Trump. I mean, surely Michelle's the only one, surely, that would have the charisma and the name and the glamour.
Just to be slightly kind of devil's advocate, I do think Kamala Harris has a certain amount of... I mean, it will appeal to different people differently, but she has a certain kind of, relative vitality compared to Trump. Is an old man. I know he has that kind of...
No, Twitter's covered in all these amazing word salads. It's possibly slightly worse than Biden. I don't fancy that in a debate.
It is odd how we see a lot of her doing that kind of... we're not going to get onto any other paper, are we? We see a lot of her doing that kind of time is the surrounding of everything that we have and that was and that will be.
What has been and will be and we are.
Tomorrow was yesterday, 3 days ago. All that business. It's understandable that you would clip those things to kind of besmirch her reputation, But I've never seen the opposite. I've never seen any evidence. Do you know what I mean? You would think occasionally you would run into her, even from a teleprompter.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, she must be quite smart, because she knew exactly who to, get on her knees in front of.
It does, that's true. It does remind me of when I used to work on The Big Breakfast 20 years ago and had to write, like, the links and stuff. Yeah, for Johnny Vaughan, who was brilliant. Johnny Vaughan was a fantastic news presenter. And for a while they had Kelly Brook on as the host after Denise Van Outen. And I got her sacked unintentionally because I wrote a link for her and she couldn't say it. It was a slightly kind of reverse word order thing.
I've read a lot of your links, and I can well believe.
And the next day there was a staff meeting for all the writers saying, "Listen, you're not to give Kelly Brook curveballs like that anymore." Right? and news of that meeting got leaked and was in the Sun. Right. And off the back of that, she left and she went to Hollywood and became famous. So maybe I can do that for Kamala.